Are we starting?
Yeah, we've fucking been starting.
What's up? What's up? It's the weekly InSalt, episode 240 something.
3, I think.
243. I was just.
Do we scream like a falcon to start this one off?
Yeah, dude.
I always try to make sure that he's ready, but I knew when he was like, "Oh, dude," I'm like, "Let's just go anyway, Kurt."
So last episode, we were talking about the Medicaid, Medicare, you know. So anyway, I'm currently trolling an air duct technician that's supposed to be at my house.
Is it just called a maintenance guy?
No. Let me introduce myself first before we get into this. My name's CD, and I'm joined always by our awesome, sarcastic asshole co-host Wade. How are you?
Yeah, good, man. I'm happy to be here. It's been a fucking great weekend.
And always joined by our sound engineer Kurt. How are you doing, brother?
Good. How are you?
What up, man?
I'm good.
Thank you, by the way, for going through all of what we just went through.
Jesus.
Yeah,
That was bad.
To the listener, yeah,
It wasn't that bad.
We have a special guest on the show today, Patrick Evey. And,
yo, man, what up?
How's it going?
Been a minute.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
Yeah.
but yeah, he had to go through like an hour and a half of sound check because of our software,
It was
updated.
about a solid hour, honestly.
nerdy shit that I don't know anything about.
No, actually, Ches, I know he's going to listen to the show. Ches, I hope you're doing well. I finally updated the laptop. We've been recording on my gaming laptop, which everybody thinks is like a really old laptop. It's just super powerful, but it was held back by a shitty hard drive. So I updated to a solid state hard drive, and it's super fast now. But that just meant that I had to reinstall everything. So Windows I had to wipe everything out.
I used to sell that thing like 10 years ago, a PC laptop.
Hey man, PC laptops, we love you.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Yeah, fuck them. But yeah, so that comes with installing Windows and all the new audio drivers, and then obviously backing up 5 years worth of fucking shows that we've done. And so it's been a little bit of a weekend.
So to the listener, there's a lot of work that goes behind the podcast just besides me getting drunk and acting like an idiot on there once a week. There's all this stuff that you guys, I don't even know what you're talking about. Hard drives and Audacities and
Soundboards.
Yeah. I don't know.
Shit's crazy.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Anybody can have a podcast. Just use your phone. Don't do all the shit that we do.
Yeah,
use your phone, dude. Just walk around and vlog or something.
It's crazy. I listen to a lot of podcasts. Patty, I know you do too, I think, right? It's funny hearing like these super famous people, millionaires, that have these podcasts, and it sounds like they're recording on top of their toilet.
Like super high reverb.
Yeah, it's just like it sounds like an echoey room on their iPhone or whatever. Do you ever listen to any of those?
100%.
I kind of just tune them out. Was that a throat burp?
Yeah, that was that was more like of a close to the heart burp.
Yeah, that was an esophagus.
Yeah,
rumble,
deep level.
Anyway, I think we've now spent 5 years kind of tuning in this podcast, and so we hope that the sound does, sound good and whatever. It doesn't sound like you're shitting in your mom's basement bathroom or whatever, but yeah.
Singing in the shower type sound. You know what I'm talking about?
No, it's just crazy.
A little underwater.
These people have millions of dollars and they can't afford like what we've done here. Not that we've spent that much money in this studio, but
Kurt's the most expensive piece of equipment in here. No, I think it's different though. If you're already a famous person, then you can get away with a little bit more, right? Like,
they don't give a shit.
Yeah, you could do a podcast like on your phone. They're like, oh, well, it's so and so, so I'll just listen anyway. But if it's us, we gotta have that quality. We gotta make sure that the de-esser is working correctly. We gotta make sure that the limiter is working right. We actually don't. We just
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Pigeonholed ourselves into this.
Well, here we are.
Here we are.
Later.
Yeah, taking up your time to watch the Cowboys game.
10-year-old laptop.
It's not 10 years old. It's from 2017.
Okay, close enough.
Yeah, pretty close.
So, Patty, what's been up lately, man? I mean, we haven't talked to you for. I know. I've talked. We always keep in touch.
Yeah, we talked, but I don't know. I've been on the show I don't know. It's been a couple of years. For sure.
You were talking about with me a couple weeks ago when we booked you about disaster
recovery.
Disaster recovery.
Yeah, that's what I do for work.
So disaster recovery, disaster cleanup, disaster. There's a lot of different interpretations.
It's not cleanup. It's disaster recovery.
So you're not going in and like wiping up people's fucking.
Are you talking about it in a technical aspect?
In a technical aspect.
See, that's what I was thinking. There's two things. Because in the invite, you put disaster relief.
Yeah.
And so that immediately tells me like, Haiti had an earthquake. I'm going to go relieve them from this disaster by hauling bottles of water around.
Yeah, Hurricane
So disaster recovery. Deal with that all the time.
So I'm IT for a data center for small community banks. So what my primary focus is if our building goes up in flames tomorrow, can we smoothly start running from our secondary site that's in St. George? My primary focus is making sure our data is over there. So, if you want to get your money out, the bank account shows the proper amount of money in it, right? And we have a generally quick process where my data is transferred over about every 12 seconds. So if our building was to blow up tomorrow, we lose about 12 seconds worth of data.
Oh,
yeah.
So
damn,
not
that's
much.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And they say disaster recovery because it's like an earthquake. It can happen.
So we had an earthquake a couple years ago. That did affect us a little bit. It affected our secondary site because it was only in Payson, Utah, which wasn't too far away. Mm-hmm. So that brought a big idea to our board that was like, hey, that's not far enough away because they felt the earthquake here in Salt Lake.
Right.
So we moved to St. George.
Yeah.
But if that was to level our building, people want their money still, so we got to have a secondary option.
Yeah, so if the internet goes down or whatever,
even if it's our whole building.
Yeah, do you guys ever wonder what would happen if we had like a big old solar flare just hit the earth and just take out our whole electrical grid and internet and everything?
Well, at that
what
point,
happens?
People can fuck off about their money. I got bigger shit to figure out.
Yeah.
My own money.
I really I think solar flares are like the least of my worries because like we haven't had one yet. If we do, we got bigger problems.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like the fucking power grid going down.
Dude, how do you expect all the rest of us to like get on TikTok and check our puppy videos?
Yeah, you know what? Everybody knows that China's on the opposite side of the world, so they don't get hit by solar flares. You'll be fine on TikTok.
Oh shit.
And your various videos and feeds on TikTok.
No, but
whatever they might be.
You know what I'm talking about though. I'm just all joking aside. I've heard about solar flares and there's can be catastrophic events that could take out the electrical grid. Does that send us back to the fucking dark ages? I mean,
no, but I mean, has the
for
power
a little while?
Has the power ever gone out at your house?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's
knock
kind of
on
like
wood, but
that.
no, I haven't had the power go out once in my neighborhood.
Yeah, but you've had the water go out in your neighborhood.
Yes. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
And then
fuck.
That's the shit. Like when shit like that happens, it kind of reminds you that you take that for granted. Like, oh man, it's so nice to get on the internet, and then your power goes out, and you're like, oh, I wonder what the weather is. You grab your phone, you're like, sometimes you'll have like the cell service, right? Or you try to log on to your like Netflix from your TV. You're like, oh fuck, I don't have internet.
Man,
what am I gonna do now?
Whenever my cell phone runs slow, I try to remind myself what I'm complaining about. It's like a small computer in my hand that does everything I want. Yeah. It's not doing immediately.
Yeah,
I should probably relax a little bit.
That's a really good way to think about it. Like, I want what I want. And I want it now. It's like a JJ Wentworth commercial. My money and I need it.
JG Wentworth?
JG, yeah. I like his name, JJ, better.
You need a cash
it's
settlement
my money,
and
I need it now. You're like, I need TikTok and I need it now.
Yeah, if it takes 30 seconds for my app to load.
Not a sponsor. Don't fucking put the phone number out there. Fuck.
No, it is kind of silly to think about how reliant we are to our devices. And
how long do you think you could go without your phone, CD?
I mean, I can go a long time without it, but I do need some kind of stimulus.
Okay.
Like, when we go camping.
Yeah.
I don't need to be on my phone and, checking shit, whatever. Even though you might do that. I'll pull out my phone to, like, take pictures or whatever.
So you can't even do that?
No, but I can go a long time without my phone. But I need to be hiking. I need to be poking a stick or chasing a rabbit.
This might be the new challenge, man. I bet that living in this world today, I could turn my phone off for longer than you could.
Ooh.
You win.
Challenge.
It's also not fair because you own your own business, so you literally get money from answering phone calls.
So wait, if we take that challenge, how do I tell you won? Do I text you?
Yeah, just text me like, hey.
Yeah, but how do you know?
TikTok,
how do you know that you won? Because you won't have your text.
Right.
I mean, I never said my phone was on, but I got the text.
No, I actually really do enjoy time without my phone. But I do need. I have felt because of technology and because of phones. And I'm not the only one. I'm pretty sure all of us. I do need some stimulus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to watch the newest thing on Netflix or If I'm not on my phone, then I want to be walking my dog. Or if I'm not on my phone, I want to be going skiing. I want to be doing something.
100%.
I have a hard time just... I used to clean the windows for this elderly couple. And I would walk inside their house and they would literally just be sitting next to each other doing nothing.
They're not even watching like Law and Order SVU or something?
They're not watching fucking Matlock.
Damn.
You know, they're not watching Price is Right or yelling at the Home Shopping Network and trying to outbid, whoever. They're not reading a book. They're just sitting there.
Yeah.
Doing
Just
nothing.
enjoying each other.
And to me, that's torture. So I don't know.
Here's the thing that, like, Patty, what you do is you literally provide that stimulus when an accident happens, right? And let's not discredit the fact that, like, Facebook now has a "Are you okay?" thing, so you can do like, "Hey, I was in the hurricane, I'm good."
Sure.
And if you're in the middle of a fucking hurricane, like, the reason that shit still works is because of disaster recovery. Like, it's gonna knock out power, it's gonna knock out internet, it's gonna knock out everything, and then it reroutes everything without anybody doing anything other than Patrick spending a lot of his time making sure that works.
I'm just rerouting your money, making sure you can still get to it.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I work for a big healthcare company, and we have to do the same thing. We have a disaster recovery plan where, like, if it goes down, the hospitals still need access to what we provide, and it can't go down. Like, a hospital can't just not have access.
Yeah, I
So
think
you have
we're
to,
required to have like 99% uptime.
Yeah, same with us. 99.9.
Yeah,
but
it's
that's
crazy.
the 0.1% to cover your ass.
Right.
Do you have
or
any,
when I need to run updates at like 4 a.m. on a Saturday morning.
Do you have to do that too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
after
do that
hours
shit
shit?
over a weekend. Yeah.
I think Kurt just had a recent experience with that, right?
With what?
Running updates at after hours.
Yes.
Was it
Yeah.
fun?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Do you
do
have any-
shit late Saturday night, early Sunday morning.
Do you have any disaster recovery strategy for Bitcoin? Or
No, there's people that have spent probably hours and hours out of their lives to figure that out.
Yeah, I've talked to my CEO about crypto and if we want to ever get into that realm, and as of right now, no.
dude, my crypto is taking such the hardest shit right now.
I've just tried not to look at it for the last couple of months.
Kind of
I
like
did-
2 weeks ago, I looked at it and I was like, "Hey, I'm up," and then
That's
2
what
days
I
later, I was like, "Hey, I'm down." We're not gonna do that anymore. We're not gonna look at that.
it's kind of like your 401k.
I haven't looked at that in months. I'm paying into it right now. Everything's on sale. So if I'm paying into it when it's all low, it's all on sale. I'm just getting it at a cheaper price.
Thanks, David Buscemi.
Who's David Buscemi?
Steve Buscemi.
Steve?
I always call him
Steve?
David.
Steve. Well, Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
What does Steve Buscemi have to do anything with cryptocurrency?
No, it was with my 401k.
Because he's a fireman.
And I just said something else instead of saying thanks, Biden.
Oh.
Because CD will instantly be like, I knew you were going to say that.
It's Buscemi's crazy eyes that's making him.
Yeah, that's when you call him
tank his
Dave.
401k.
Well, if he can bowl a perfect 300 bowling games, and then I'll put my confidence in that man.
I would too.
But no, it's funny seeing cryptocurrency taking such a huge shit right now, and I'm like, how are people even still making money on cryptocurrency? Are you betting on losses or?
It's not taking a shit
Futures,
right now.
or-
It's been taking a shit for a while.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, trust me, my Shiba Inu, it looks like a pound puppy now that you found in New Delhi.
Well, a couple years ago, I woke up one morning. I'd put some money into Dogecoin just on a whim. It was a couple $100. It was nothing. I woke up one morning and I was up like $600, and it had been like sideways for, I don't know, months.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, $600 off of like 50, whatever. I'm gonna sell. I sold it for $600 and was like really happy. Like 3 months later, that same amount I sold for 600 would have made me 80 grand.
No,
But I had already
fuck.
sold. Yeah, 100%.
No, fuck.
I did the math. I had like 136,000 Dogecoins.
Yeah.
I sold it for $600 and was like really happy because it was nothing for so long.
Right.
I was reading an article about Dogecoin, and the person who created it, he was like, I literally just sat at my computer for 2
It
hours
was a joke.
and created it as a joke.
Yeah.
And then people literally cashed in on it.
Yeah, and I put a few bucks in it. Nothing like under $100. I was up crazy amount.
I've got
After fucking myself really because I sold for $600 and then was like,
Hey, you still made money though, so you came out good.
I did
but
come out on top.
Hindsight's 2020.
It is.
Yeah.
So I bought back in really cheap, and then when Elon was pumping it and doing all his shit, I was up like $24,000. And then he went on Saturday Night Live and did his whole thing about Dogecoin.
And then
literally within an hour, it tanked. And I was like, wait a minute. I thought this was going to go crazy because Elon was on Saturday Night Live, and it tanked again. I was like, well, I can't sell now because I'm getting fucked.
That's
So
kind of
I've been holding it.
I mean,
don't
my
care at
crypto,
this
I
point.
still hold it, and I look at it, I'm like, it's down, but whatever. You know, I didn't have a lot of money in there.
I didn't
had
either.
a few $100,
Yeah.
but
So
you know, I'll just,
when you sold that shit for $600, did you like cash out like I've got money in my hand, or did you just keep it in limbo on the crypto?
Yeah, I
market?
just kept it in limbo on the crypto world, and then when Dogecoin started to like take off again, I sold as it was rising, or I'm sorry, I bought as it was rising, but I was still way higher than what I originally bought for.
yeah.
So I got back in at a pretty low.
I was wondering
percentage.
I mean, did you get like a 1099? You have to claim that shit on your taxes.
Yeah, I
or
had to
something?
claim it on my taxes, but it wasn't
For $600?
it wasn't too bad. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. But
$10.99
still,
for 600. That's
Did you get a
fucked up.
1099?
Yeah, I did I bought it in Robinhood like everybody else did pretty much,
Okay.
and they had a 1099.
I'm gonna look
If
at my
if
Coinbase right
if
now.
you get a 1099, then you have to claim that.
Yeah, you
I
have
was
to
gonna say,
claim
you
it. I
gotta
had to
get
claim
that on
it.
Coinbase, bro.
But I had some DI Desert Industries donations that were blank.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know, so I donated as much as I wanted to.
Yeah,
Right.
It balanced out my taxes.
Sure. Yeah. I know exactly what
Yeah, in the last year, like nothing has ever gone well for crypto.
No, it hasn't.
It just keeps going down, and then like you almost make your money back, and then you're like, "Fuck."
I get that hope though, because I'm down. I looked at my wallet, my Coinbase wallet, and it's down 900%.
Yeah, I'm
So
somewhere around there.
mine, it doesn't tell me a percentage, but I
But-
think my total investment was like $250 at the peak. 3 years ago, I had 575. So I was like 250 to 570. That's sick. But I'm like,
Double,
man,
yeah.
it's cool. Like I'm fucking into it. And that's when it tanked. And now I'm down to $161. I'm down
Yeah.
138
So I
all
think
time.
You've lost.
I think Kurt,
I've
you-
lost
your initial
138.
investment.
Yeah.
Kurt,
you can't
you
sell
tried
it
to-
halfway, so just
yeah.
let it ride.
Just roll it. Yeah.
Kurt tried to advise me on not going too heavy on Shiba, right? Was that you that was trying
Yeah,
to?
because you were
I have
like-
a bunch of sheep too, to be
And
perfectly honest.
I have like 16 million shares of Shiba Inu right now, but it's only worth $100 and something at
Yeah,
the
dude,
moment.
you might get a couple plays out of a claw machine for that.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you how much I have.
at that point, I'm like, well, okay, I invested like just a little over $1,000, and yeah, it sucks to lose $1,000, but at this point, it's already gone. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
Exactly, yeah.
You've
it's
already
like, well,
determined that
yeah,
that's
I already
your fair
pooped. I
thing
already
to
went pooped
lose.
and flushed that that $1,000 down the toilet.
It's just like walking
Now,
in
if
a
that-
casino
if
and betting
that-
$1,000.
That shit happens to recover, and Elon takes us to fucking Mars, and whatever, and Shiba Inu goes to the moon. I might be a millionaire.
You could be.
I'm holding on to that fucking those 16 million shares.
Hope.
I'm sitting on 23 million Shibu. So if it like hit 10 cents, I'd be happy. I don't give a shit.
Then you are buying the fucking drinks.
Yeah.
But you know what? Before Elon does anything else, he's got to figure out what the fuck he's doing with Twitter.
Dude, I think
Shit's so wild.
It's
I
so
don't,
wild.
dude. I don't disagree what he's doing with Twitter, man.
What, like charging $8 to have a verified check mark? Like, I'll pay that right now to get one.
Sure, okay.
Have
But-
you seen the people that are like verifying as a different company? And
Yeah,
then the company's
yeah.
like, what the fuck?
And so he's blocking all the imposters, right?
No. It's like people are verifying themselves as Arby's, and then they'll show like we've got the meats, and it shows like a like a.
No, I haven't seen that. Really?
Yeah,
they're-
yeah.
Is that
yeah,
really
people
funny?
are trolling hard. Like, and to the listener, I was making a really inappropriate joke about the female anatomy.
Flaps.
Yeah. I saw a whole bunch of them that they were. Oh gosh, I wish I could remember them. But yeah, people are verifying. But I think that's gonna just be a matter of time before all that shit gets.
But there was like, he was banning, like, he said you can't do a fake account. I don't know what it was exactly. It was like, you can't have an imposter account. But then like Kanye got banned. And like a lot of the
that's
big
okay,
names.
though.
I think it's a
ban
lot
that
of liberal left stream media kind of blowing it up. I don't think it's as bad as people think it is.
I don't know. I'm just
honestly.
glad that we didn't get on Twitter, man, with the podcast when we had the chance.
Dude, if Twitter gets fucking run into the ground, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, you know what? I'm putting all my money, honestly, in Pinterest.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah?
You want to
Okay.
create some cool spice racks or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Okay.
I think that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got those bushels full
I'm gonna
of yarn
create
and the fucking.
Wooden Twitter check marks. Can sell them to you guys. Yeah.
I'm just happy
So
people are
dumb.
trolling
Verified.
him like fucking mad just verifying random accounts is proper. Just taking over them.
Yeah,
Keep doing it.
I think that's kind of what's going on, you know. Like he took it over and he's like, "We're gonna do this," and everybody's like, "Oh,
I'm like,
that's so crazy that he's pushing out the executives." And he took it over. He's like, "Now these are the new rules," and all the people are like, "Yeah, you can go fuck yourself."
Exactly.
I think it's great.
Yeah, I think it is too.
I think it's absolutely great. Down with Twitter. Fucking burn it down. I think Twitter is the bane of a lot of evils that we have in our life these days. And
okay, it seems like you have a vendetta against Twitter. I'd like to know more.
Yeah, of course.
What's wrong with Twitter?
Unless say, you know, I'm trying to like.
Is it because they banned Trump?
No. It's no. And you know, I love Twitter. If you're trying to look up someone's OnlyFans account for free, you can just go to their Twitter.
I get a lot of my adult content from Twitter.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
All joking aside, like my nephews, my young nephews that are 10, 11, 12 years old, and these kids that are in my life, they have access to pornography through Twitter. So fuck Twitter. I think Twitter's fucking stupid.
Okay, wait. So you're gonna blame pornography on Twitter? Your nephews have the internet. By proxy, they have access to all the porn they want.
My sister has.
I was getting that shit before Twitter was even.
My sister has access to their phone, so she can control what they can see on the internet, but she can't control them going onto Twitter because they might want to go look at the Real Salt Lake score or watch
you can
this
do that on
particular
Google.
game.
You don't have to do that on Twitter.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
Block Twitter then.
Twitter.
Yeah, hey Google, what's the Real Salt Lake score?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? Everyone's on Twitter these days.
You just hate Twitter because
yes, I do hate Twitter.
Did you get somebody's phone? I thought I heard somebody's phone.
I don't understand Twitter, honestly, but yeah, it's it's a big source of
disinformation, misinformation,
information and disinformation. But
I mean, I believe you. I want to side with you, but at the same time, the internet is just that.
When you're watching the news, you're watching the Weather Channel, or you're watching whatever news network you like to watch, and then
they're not accurate either.
This is a Wade Lassen from blah blah blah, and it shows your Twitter bio and your Instagram.
Your little check mark next to it.
Well, I'm not getting any news from your Instagram. I'm going to your Twitter for that, and you're going to use hashtags, which when people hashtag like. Ain't no lonely bitch gonna cry today, like no one's looking up.
He's just worked his feet into a bad spot.
That's exactly what it is. It's the algorithm.
Yeah, the algorithm
built itself for CD.
The hashtag is used as a search device.
They realized that CD just really hates the establishment, so they just feed him that Twitter's bad, and he's still on Twitter. Yeah, it is. You're right.
It's exactly.
He's like, I'm getting on TikTok so I can bash on Twitter.
You know what? TikTok has a lot of good information, you motherfucker.
Shit. Like the best new dance for the week or what?
No, why does everyone
think TikTok dances?
Dude, why does everyone think TikTok is like that? I get great recipes. I watch news, and people say, "Oh, you're
hold on." Did you say
hold on, motherfuckers? Hold on, motherfuckers. When you say you want to bad news on TikTok, it's a video of things really happening.
So
if you see a train crash on TikTok, does that mean it's not real news?
Why do you have to see it on TikTok? It's on fucking CNN and MSNBC and
exactly.
Fox. Yeah,
I happen to see.
But you know
it
what they
TikTok.
do is they're like, it's like a 30-second video. They're like, Amtrak train derailed today. 4 children lost all of their limbs. They're now paraplegics. And then you're on to hey guys, I'm going to leave this shoe in vodka for a week.
And then the next one's like, hey, here's my tits.
No, I'm drinking vodka out of the shoe.
Yeah.
Listen, I just watched a TikTok the other day of a guy that was playing a certain megahertz on his phone that opened up a portal on his hotel wall. And there was a video of the portal opening to a different dimension, and that shit was real? Or is that the wrong news I'm watching?
Trust me, bro. There's a lot of fucking screwy fucking fake shit, but you can also follow major news places. There's anything from CNN to Fox to NBC to CBS to whatever. You can watch NFL Network on fucking TikTok.
Full disclosure, I'm on TikTok for the titties bouncing around all over the place. So whatever.
Me too. I'm there too, brother.
Sex sells, man.
That's why I go to Twitter to look up their OnlyFans.
It's 5 minutes left. He's not wrong.
All joking aside, though, it is interesting to see where we get our news these days. I was at the Walgreens picking up some items with my girlfriend the other day, and I saw a copy of the Salt Lake Tribune in the newspaper rack.
Mm-hmm.
And you used to see those newspaper racks, you know, in every grocery store and every convenience store. And I haven't seen a newspaper for fucking ever. And I was like,
Right.
holy shit. And I pulled up this newspaper and it's thick. You know, it wasn't like the Monday edition or, you know, didn't have all the ads that come in on Tuesday, which doesn't happen anymore. The newspaper is basically non-existent because of digital media.
Yeah.
And I had this newspaper and it had the mix in it. It had the sports section. It had the opinion section. It was almost like the Sunday paper, but it was on Saturday. And I was like, holy shit, I wonder if the crossword puzzle's in here. Because I used to do the crossword puzzle.
You did, yeah. I remember that.
Every fucking day. And
I'm not old enough for that.
the newspaper just doesn't come around anymore. So it's interesting to see how we bring in our news and our media and our, you know, it comes basically through our phones.
And I do agree there's way too much disinformation with electronic media and the way that people receive their news.
And you can get a news.
Because no matter what, people can put out whatever they want. And if you believe it's true or not, it doesn't matter. Like, you just take that as that's the news. And it's wild.
It's interesting to see the transition of information exchange these days, but there's something just nostalgic about pulling out a newspaper and smelling that old dirty, you know, black and white print. You know, you get that ink in your hands. You know, sometimes when you're doing the crossword puzzle, you'd lean your arm, and on the bottom of your arm you'd get like
all the
a black smudge. You know,
I'm 34. I don't know what that's like.
But so all that being said, bringing it full circle is, I do get my fucking news from shitty places like TikTok sometimes.
That explains
Instagram,
his sentiment on like the United States government
bit,
and all that. Yeah, it really does. See, now
it has nothing to. I'm watching videos of things happening. It's not fake shit. Like if you watch a news conference,
dude, that's the worst argument. Okay, let's break that down.
That's
the worst argument I've ever heard.
Fuck you.
I'm watching videos of shit that's happening. Yes, all the videos did happen, but that also doesn't mean that bitch's ass was that big.
CD, what I want to hear you learn from TikTok next week
insensitive.
is the next new dance. Then I'll believe you're true.
Yeah, what's hot on Fortnite
I know
right
all
now,
of them, bro. I know all the song trends. Don't get me wrong. I know them all.
But also, the reason I say that's a bad argument is because TikTok will feed you the things that you're interested in already.
I get it.
Just like if you watch CNN, you're watching some shit that's happening, but they only show you the parts that you're interested in because you enjoy CNN.
I know, but wait, here's the thing that social media is doing, and I don't know if you recognize this or if you guys even know. I think it's perfectly. It's.
I watched
there.
The Social Dilemma. I know.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all these social media companies, they're also showing you the shit that you don't agree with, because that's creating more clicks.
It creates more drama. Yeah,
attention.
People,
There's more comments. I'll give you a real quick example before all of us go on like a real quick break. But I got in a big fight the other day, and I've been telling you guys off air, and because Patty, I've kind of got into it with mutual friends of ours and his mom, and things that we don't necessarily agree with, and I'm like, I need to be less cunty. I need to take a step back.
I love that word, by the way.
Take a step out of the box and really practice a little more kindness. And anyway, all that being said, I've been really trying to just be not argumentative online. I think it helps my business when people don't see me as being so polar. But I got into it yesterday and the day before, and maybe.
Can I ask about what?
PETA.
Okay, so
I got in a fight.
Wait
with
a second.
PETA.
Let me bring
PETA.
it back.
Me and
what
PETA.
got you to the point of not liking PETA?
Okay, well,
I assume you don't like them.
PETA, to the listener, and I'm sure they all know, PETA is the Protective Environmental Treatment of Animals, or whatever, PETA. But they kill. What people don't realize is that it's an evil organization. It's a for-profit organization. It's not a charity.
Most nonprofits do make money. I mean, you got to pay the people people don't work for free.
But they're spending millions and millions of dollars to put up billboards and whatever to save animals. But all they're doing is they're taking these animals and giving them peaceful deaths. Fuck you. You don't give a fuck about animals. So anyway,
Sounds like
PETA.
you ever had a chicken breast?
PETA the other day, I'm just gonna. I think I pulled it up here. Hopefully, I can find it real quick. But anyway, they posted like a cartoonish type meme. Not really necessarily cartoonish, but I can't find it. Damn it. Anyway, it had pictures of meat and pictures of ground beef and pictures of another dead animal. It said that they were asking the Pope, John Paul, to excommunicate every Catholic that eats meat. And that
It's a little extreme.
meat,
It's a bit extreme.
meat
Just a
consumption was the lead factor for climate change, and that a vegan lifestyle will help the climate crisis. And I said, PETA, you're out of your fucking mind. And me and PETA got.
Did you say it just like that?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I
good.
was very harsh. Not like mean, like because you can't just go on Instagram and be like, "Hey, fuck you, PETA. You're a piece of
You
shit."
can't be like, the Jews suck.
Yeah.
Like, you're
You have
posting
to be
your thing,
very
yeah.
selective with your words,
Yeah.
and I am very good at that. I was basically telling them that they're huge idiots without saying that you're huge idiots, because that is a red flag word.
Sure, then
Yeah.
you don't get in the
Yeah.
conversation with them. They just ignore your comment or don't even see it.
Guess
for
what
that
happened?
fact.
PETA directly, whoever runs the PETA, the
They replied to you, huh?
16 million followers that PETA has on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
they wrote back to me personally,
What'd they say?
and they said that, no, you're wrong. And then so I just went, fact.
So now that you brought this up, we have to find it on the break. You realize that?
Yeah, let's find it.
Because I also understand, so I'm breaking down your argument, which I already know the words they use just triggered you to begin with, because the way you
the meme.
emphasized them.
It was the meme.
Or the meme, yeah, like climate change and
Vegan,
vegan is
veganism
gonna
is
fix it.
is the solution to the climate crisis.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh.
They
A
went
real-
full commit.
Wouldn't be eating more plants like take away more oxygen, which means that we're just gonna fuck up the climate
Yes.
Yeah, how do I fertilize my lettuce without getting a little
Yeah,
cow
like,
shit
right.
involved?
I don't know if these vegans realize how many animals and insects and bugs and rodents and squirrels and voles and birds that are killed by insecticides and pesticides, and in the the protection of their soybean farms. You don't know shit. I need to calm down.
Yeah, you're getting hypey. I like it. You know what?
A real quick
think
word from our sponsor.
No, we're not leaving yet.
Oh,
we don't
shit.
have to leave. We can keep talking.
Okay.
I know we need to go on break, but we can. We don't. It's not a fucking mandatory thing.
No, it's not mandatory.
How many deer do you think get killed by cars?
Oh, if you're in Pennsylvania, a lot.
Thank the heavens.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Kill a deer with a car?
I don't want to hit a deer.
Oh no, I don't.
I like
either.
my truck too much.
So what does that have to do with PETA, though?
I mean, they're just kind of like, I get
fucked
where
up
you're like a
animals.
little frustrated with, because it's like, oh well, going vegan is really going to save everything, but it's like, nah, I don't know. Like, things still get by cars, insects still die when
Plants
you
are
walk
living
around.
organisms too, you stupid fucking vegan.
My
That's
brother
how I
went.
feel.
Yeah,
my
but
brother
all-
went vegetarian for a while, and I sent him a picture of a pig that says, "My food turns your food into bacon,"
Yeah.
and I live by that. Actually,
Yeah, I think that's a good place.
I don't have a problem with someone that wants to live a plant-based diet.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with that. But if you want to start talking about cruelty to animals, we have a lot of things to talk about, because it's like, look at
Well, define. Well, this is. I don't know if you can define it, but what's cruelty to animals, right? Like, if I hit a deer with my car, am I being cruel? Or is it like not my fault because the road was built there?
it
And he just
depends on
happened
if
to
you get
cross?
out and you kill it quickly
like
or let it just flop.
90% of the world's population
I think-
eat animals.
I think
Yeah.
what they're more referring to is
Like,
you look at PETA. I'm not trying to take sides or anything like that, but PETA, what is this? It's the People for Ethical Treatment.
Ethical treatment
of animals. So what I
correct.
think they're leaning on is unethical treatment, meaning that there's these pig farms and chicken
Yeah.
factories and
yeah,
I get that, Kurt.
which
I
But
buy free range eggs.
They are still going after the ethical people that are treating
Okay.
animals.
okay.
And that's
I'm
what
sure.
pisses me off. I mean, I listened to Joe Rogan. He had this guy on his podcast.
I could see them going after like a dairy farmer who's just got a fucking cow out in the field.
Yeah.
And it's doing its thing, and they're
they're
going after him, saying, "You piece of shit! How can you treat this cow like this? It should be
and
outside
of course,
your
cows
gates. No, fuck you. It's my
contribute
cow."
a lot to greenhouse gases. Everybody's heard that. And a lot of farms have taken steps to use like their shit to produce power and green energy.
At the same time, I'm all for animals serve a purpose. Either you produce food or you be food.
I
agree with that.
I was telling my girlfriend the other day I really want to buy these sandals, and they're super expensive. I'm like, I never would have thought I would spend $500 on a pair of flip flops.
Whoa.
And she's like, well, what? Why? Well, what's so special about them? I'm like, well, they're made from elephant skin.
Jesus.
I think you talked about this on another.
But it's not like they're not going out and killing an elephant just to make these sandals. They're taking an elephant carcass that's
They
usually
killed it
just
for
going to
his
be.
tusks, and then they just use the elephant for his sandals. I get it. I got it.
But all that being said, like, just because an animal is dying doesn't mean it's not being ethically treated. There was a guest on Joe Rogan's podcast, like just last week. His name is Will Harris. And he talks about having this regenerative farm. And not only is he, treating his animals properly and having them pasture raised, and, his chickens get to see the sky. They don't get to see the top of a cage. Yeah. But the whole process of his farming is actually pulling carbon out of the air and making the air cleaner.
Yeah.
He's like these greenhouse gases that he is making his community, his whole small town, a cleaner place to be. So PETA really gets on my fucking nerves.
But did they advocate? So obviously they're kind of, maybe you could call it extreme, the way they advocate for like, oh, do this or do that. But did they do anything to like help the environment? Do you know?
Well, no. They, from what I know with PETA, is they pay high level celebrities like Pamela Anderson to have these media stunts, like spray painting, fur coats or whatever. Which to me is mistreating the animal more than anything, like you're spray painting a mink coat. Like that mink coat is providing like it's obviously very expensive and probably rich people buy it. But
yeah, but once you spray paint, it's going in the trash probably.
That mink coat is providing like great warmth to keep someone very warm and fashionable or whatever. And, it's the price of fashion, like those fucking weirdos that were throwing tomato soup on that Van Gogh.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. God, it gets me all round up.
I'm curious about that, but I haven't even given it the media attention to click on it because I don't want to promote them doing that shit.
That's kind of why I dove into it a little bit, is because like it makes you so mad, but at the same time, like I'm not a fan of PETA either, but I just don't give them my time because like I can look at other shit. Like I can go watch the fucking shitty TikToks instead of looking.
I don't give them my time.
Maybe that's
either.
a distraction thing. Like look over here and then.
Actually, you're right. I am giving them my time.
Yeah.
But it just pisses me off that they're
you're just doing what they want.
No, it's right into the trap.
No,
bro.
it's an evil corporation. PETA is not a charity. It's not a non-profit charity. It's a corporation. It pisses me off when. Like we live in this society of virtue signaling, and everyone's got to like have, stand up. And dude, we were talking about our friend. I don't want to say his name. Starts with a G. Jiu-jitsu motherfucker.
Yeah.
He called me out for virtue signaling one time, and it's like, yeah, I guess I kind of am because I'm preaching about plastic in the oceans or whatever. Well, I live in Salt Lake City, Utah. Like what? Like fucking. But I do enjoy going to the beach and when I'm on vacation. But I guess the whole virtue signaling, really, it's taught me a good lesson when he called me out on that, because I see these guys on Facebook, or girls or whoever on Facebook, that for their birthdays they want to do these like donations, like instead of a birthday gift,
donate to my charity or whatever.
Right. Yeah. But so Facebook puts out a thing like a week before your birthday, like instead of this, would you like to do contribute to your charity? We will donate up to 5%. And that's great, but it has like a preset thing of charities, and the biggest one that I feel like is the most popular is St. Jude's Hospital.
Yeah.
I see that one a lot.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
great.
All over TV all the time, too.
I would love to donate to St. Jude's Hospital. But why are you virtue signaling fucking asshole friends of mine not setting up a charity for your birthday for
As his friend count goes down.
for Primary Children's Hospital?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, St. Jude's is great.
But I
But
think
what about primary?
Primary
It's just right up
children
here.
is like an actual their business, right? They're primary.
No,
children.
it's a local children's hospital.
Right, but
So
isn't
if
it
you're
a
gonna-
corporation
That's where I was
and not
born,
an actual
How many times?
for-profit thing? It's a business.
Yeah, but so St. Jude's.
St. Jude. What they say is that they survive off of donations. They don't go out and sell shit. Like, and then you go get your child's cancer treatment there for
but if
free.
you-
It doesn't charge. They don't
if you-
charge the person.
If you live in that area, you can go to St. Jude's Hospital, and you will have to pay for a hospital visit.
Yeah. Well, you don't. Yeah, they're helping children. They're not helping you figure out what
Exactly.
hemorrhoid you're going to get removed next.
Exactly. So is primary children's. Why aren't we helping our local children instead of children that live in another state?
Because St. Jude's has a bigger advertising budget.
No shit.
Right, this
Exactly.
shit's
That's
out of
my
control.
problem.
We should come back and talk to our actual guest about shit he wants to talk about.
Okay. Yes.
Hey, this is
Sorry,
exactly
Pat.
what I'm here to talk about. Is fucking random shit.
We
Okay?
need to tell you guys about our sponsor. A real quick word from our sponsor.
You couldn't do it. I knew what you were doing. And you couldn't wait.
I want to go for like 8 seconds. of
You
silence.
should have just kept going.
Yeah. To the listener, sometimes we need a little recharge. Go take a little shot and fill up our drinks.
break.
Yeah, a little pee break, you know. And we can thank all of that to our friends over at Salt Flats Brewery. They're located at 2020 West Industrial Circle, but of course they're located right here, right now in the studio. And we've been enjoying some delicious libations.
Is this your
And-
beer?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, that's not. It was my beer, but it's empty.
Oh shit! I must have left mine
we-
upstairs. Then.
Yeah, that's all right. There's plenty more.
Speaking of
yeah, we
next round, it's not a Salt Flats, but I did bring something for you guys to try.
Okay.
If you haven't tried it before.
Well, let's talk
I'll
about
s-
salt flats for a minute.
Yeah, bust
No,
it out.
fuck that.
No, bust
No,
it.
fuck that. We can always continue after this.
okay.
Have you guys had an adult Mountain Dew?
No, I haven't.
No, I don't think I have.
Okay, well,
Shit.
I brought a few. I drank the Baja Blast ones. I'm sorry. I didn't have any
So
more
is
to
an
share.
adult Mountain Dew just a Four Loko in disguise?
No, it is not. It's not a Four Loko. Fuck that. It's actually Mountain Dew, hard Mountain
Oh
Dew.
shit!
What?
You know what? Salt Flats does have their own craft cocktails that they sell at
Yeah.
the liquor store.
So I have two traditional flavors, just Mountain Dew. Then I have a watermelon and a black cherry. Like I said, I drank all the Baja Blast ones because I think that's the
Oh, that was-
superior
I'll try the black
Mountain
cherry.
Dew.
That's a
Try the what? What do you
black
want?
cherry.
Black cherry.
Black
I was
cherry
going to take
right
that
there.
one, but I'll bequeath that one to you.
I'll take it just a regular old Mountain Dew. Yeah.
Regular. And Wade, you get the choice of watermelon or regular.
I would
don't care.
prefer not a watermelon because I feel like artificial
regular.
watermelon flavor is not that great.
Just so you know, they are zero sugar.
Okay, aspartame.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's an adult Mountain Dew.
I
so
didn't even know
figured
these things existed.
This
they
is
don't
crazy.
exist. They don't exist in Utah. That's why.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Anyway, salt flats.
It's a 5% Mountain Dew, so whatever.
Nah, don't worry about them.
Okay. Sounds good.
Salt
Thank you,
Flats
Salt
is,
Flats.
is on the verge of making a deal with Mountain Dew. That's a lie.
No, but Salt Flats is on the verge of making. They've made a lot of different choices in their recipes, and their beer. They're just really refining their beers.
For the record, the Baja Blast ones are the best because it is fantastic. But I drank them all, so I'm sorry.
The vape that I'm hitting, it's upstairs right now, but it's called Baja Blast.
Ah,
And it
there you
tastes
go.
exactly
See?
like Baja Blast. But yeah, you can get Salt Flats wherever you get your normal beer. If you just want the regular beer, you can just go down to Maverick or a grocery store.
Your
or
favorite
wherever.
beer, your favorite bar or restaurant.
Yeah. You can go
I've never had. This is a new one since I've been drinking Salt Flats. This what is it? Deuce Coupe.
Deuce Coupe.
The Deuce Coupe.
Yeah,
In fact,
I liked
that's
it quite a bit actually.
Yeah.
I think that's one of their award-winning lagers.
Yeah,
Is the Deuce Coupe.
I liked it a lot.
Definitely one of my favorites. And Salt Flats, we hate that you just got grounded by these Heart and Mountain Dews, but they're interesting.
No, that's fine.
But that's the great thing about Salt Flats is you can have a little bit of everything. You can have liquor, you can have a craft cocktail, beer, and anything from a light Hefeweizen to a double IPA.
Plus, they make a lot of spirits too.
Yeah.
Yeah. GT gin.
and some
Parabolic of rum.
hand sanitizer.
Dude, Wade, when you
And
came over to
hand
my house today, I'm like,
Mhm.
oh my God, I'm running out of liquor. I might have to make you a Negroni
Oh,
with
God
some-
forbid you make me a Negroni.
with some of that GT gin. So,
Yeah, that would have been great.
Salt Flats, we appreciate you supporting this podcast and supporting the community for so long, and we hope you guys as listeners check them out. We cannot press that enough. Don't drink press.
And you're actually right. This does have a little bit of aspartame.
Yeah,
flavor.
it's got that no sugar flavor.
However, this
Right.
one does still, like when you first taste it, I have the regular Mountain Dew. It does taste like Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
It's got the taste of it.
Yeah.
There's alcohol in this?
5%.
Fuck.
Where do you get this shit at?
I got these ones from Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't imagine Utah being okay with.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not
So
yet.
this is like a beginner's Four Loko.
I had no idea that the Pepsi company was
yeah.
getting into the hooch game.
You know what? They might as well.
I support it 100%.
Do you have the watermelon?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be weird if I try the
No,
watermelon?
absolutely. You can try it. Go ahead.
Because does it taste like shitty water, like fake watermelon?
Just go ahead and try it.
Yeah, thank you for taking that one. That one's not that good.
You're
Try
welcome.
this one.
How's the
Dude.
black cherry? Is black cherry good?
Yeah.
My girlfriend likes to drink coffee, and the other day she wanted to
cherry's
go to Starbucks, and I was like, well, I don't drink coffee. I don't want to drink coffee.
So she's the normal one in the relationship?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
But she told me like, well, you can go to Starbucks and get these. They call them like quenchers or something. You guys.
Haven't heard of that.
Anyway,
I don't frequent Starbucks.
It kind of
either.
reminds me of Mountain Dew and Pepsi Company are getting into the alcohol game, and now Starbucks is getting into making
The fizz game.
fizz. Yeah, like this. The competing with the soda game in
Yeah.
Utah.
Yeah.
And I had this mango dragon fruit lemonade. I was like, oh hell
I think there's
yeah.
too many fruits in that.
Yeah, you remember when we were
I was so fucking excited about mango dragon fruit lemonade.
Was it good?
And even for me, yeah, it was great. It was delicious. They even had little pieces of dragon fruit in it, but
okay.
it was, and for me to say this, because I basically have fireball coursing through my veins almost
As do I.
every day of the
It's the
week.
same color as my beard.
Yeah.
know?
You gingy ass motherfucker. No, just kidding. But not really. It was too sweet for me. It was just too fucking sweet.
Which I thought these might be, but I wanted to bring them anyway.
Yeah,
These are good.
They're not bad, but I don't know if they're not quite sweet enough. That's
I would
interesting.
drink this like over a Diet Coke, not just because of the alcohol,
Oh, yeah.
but because Diet Coke has way more aspartame flavor.
I would drink this over a Diet
Yeah,
Coke because of
100%.
the alcohol.
Okay.
Could you imagine an alcoholic Diet Coke?
No, I
Yeah,
can. I
just
can
go to
imagine
Vegas.
it. But
This
then
is like
there's-
an alcoholic diet Mountain Dew.
I guess you're right. I wasn't okay. I can imagine it.
Just because of the no sugar?
I had no,
Yes.
Patty. I had no fucking idea that Mountain Dew made
I didn't know either. This is cool.
alcoholic Mountain Dew. I mean,
I love that they had to specify on the top of the can. It's obviously from Vegas, so they didn't make it
Yeah,
too
21
apparent,
plus.
but a 21 plus contains alcohol. And I'm sure there's still some kid trying to sneak it into a 6-pack of Mountain Dew in Vegas. They're like, ugh, it'll be fine.
Well, they actually have the Taco Bell Cantina in Vegas.
They do, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's like a Taco Bell
Where you
restaurant.
can go, you can go get a soft taco
Get some
and
beer.
an alcoholic Mountain Dew slushy if you want.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah. I've heard about that place. It's like in the Planet Hollywood or something where all the cool people hang out.
Planet Hollywood is where the cool people hang
No.
I
out.
don't think that's the case,
No,
but
no,
I
no.
did go there. I don't remember where it's at.
No, I think the last time I was in Vegas with Patty, we were staying at the Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, we did.
Was it fun though?
And, yeah, we had a dance party with Dennis Rodman. Now.
Was that- what, yeah, what was that in 1994?
No, bro, it was like 2015.
That
Was
was,
it-
that was a pool party with Dennis Rodman. We
Yeah,
were in
yeah.
the pool.
Wait. Was
And
it
now-
pre or post North Korea?
post
Oh shit.
North Korea. Yeah,
That's like BCE shit.
yeah, yeah, and
I forgot about that. I forgot that he was there.
Yeah, dude.
Did you guys talk to him?
No,
No, I did not.
You didn't go up and be like,
No.
"Yo, your hair's sick."
No, we got. I mean, you can get really close to him, but there's all these like thoughts that are surrounding him and shit.
This is entourage.
There
Yeah,
were
we-
people with much bigger tits than I that were
Yeah.
around Dennis Rodman that I think got the
Yeah.
attention.
Okay, yeah.
But we got close enough to get a snap. But then you're like, okay, well now I look like a dork. And so there's this blackjack table here. I'm like, okay, well, our friend that was getting married, so let's play a couple hands of blackjack. Oh, it's a $50 a hand minimum. So next thing you know, we're playing $200 hands of blackjack. Shit. I can't afford to play $200 hands of blackjack, but we did it anyway.
I lose way too much money to.
Yeah,
afford
when
that
Dennis
kind of-
Rodman's at the pool, you just start pulling out your Benjis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegas is an interesting place, and I'm going to be going there in a month to go see a football game.
Yeah, you're gonna take off in a spaceship, bro.
No, hopefully not.
That stadium is 100% a spaceship.
Oh,
Yeah.
the stadium. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about maybe like drug consumption or something.
No.
Because
I just feel
I
like the
don't-
stadium down there looks like a giant UFO that's just waiting for the right number of people to be in there to be like, you guys are all experiments now.
We're out of here.
it's interesting with Vegas because you can go get a $3 brunch, somewhere off the strip. Not too bad. It's not the greatest breakfast place. Or you can get like $150 brunch.
True.
That's got like bottomless mimosas and a ride on a roller coaster or something,
So when I was down there just a couple of weeks, I didn't go in it, but I drove past this place that was called like Blackout or something like that, where you eat dinner in pitch dark.
No shit.
Yeah,
I've heard about this. I wanted to do it last time I was there.
When we first drove by it, I was like, why the fuck would anybody want to do that? And then it started to like churn, and I was like, I kind of want to do that.
So we didn't.
So
last time I was there, we didn't do that because it was a little expensive. And
It's,
we were
it's
with
a
a
little
big
pricey.
group.
It was like $90 a dinner or
Yeah.
something like that. But
What
it's
are
like
you
a
eating?
5-course
Like, what-
dinner.
You don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know the menu. You don't get to
So
choose.
did they not give you like any like
No.
restrictions? Like if you're a vegetarian?
They do.
From what I
Yeah.
gathered, though, the waiters will. it's like a Congo line. Like I'll put my hand on your shoulder, you'll put your hand on the next person's shoulders, and there's a waiter with night vision goggles.
I was
that
gonna
will-
say, are they wearing
Yeah,
night vision
you
shit?
you got to take your watch, your phone, all that, anything that emits light, and put it in a locker.
No shit.
Yeah. And then they lead you to your table, and then you just have this like 5-course meal.
Yeah,
in
and they
pitch dark.
Of course, they're gonna cater
No
to.
shit.
They're gonna
Yeah.
cater to like if you have food allergies or something like
if
that.
you have
they
food
will.
allergies, or
Right,
you're
yeah.
like you need
If you're-
whatever.
But let's say you
You're
don't
allergic
like
to dandelions.
yeah, no arugula.
hold the arugula. Let's say you're allergic to like a seafood or something like that.
Or peanut
They'll hold it back.
allergy. Yeah.
But if you don't like, let's say you don't like cheese, to use you as an example, CD. If you don't like really stinky cheese, there's a potential that you'll get served a dish that has
Yeah.
stinky cheese, but you can't see, so you just eat it,
Huh.
and then you have to like. You're only using like your your mouth and your
From
nose.
what it's
Do you
kind of
have
like,
like a-
it's kind
do
of
you
like
have
a sense.
utensils?
It's kind of yes, but it's kind of like a sensory deprivation tank where
Sure.
you cut off all your other senses and all you have is flavor.
Be so
all you have
cool.
is the taste.
Damn.
Because I think
And
I would
it's
eat
gotta be
some things that I
intense.
hate, if I couldn't see it, I would like it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
My initial thought was like, why the hell would anybody want to do that? And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, oh, that might actually be kind of cool.
Yeah.
To like
So
not have sight or anything else.
So Patty, do you think you can get like a good like 5-star meal from there? Like you get like a nice good seared octopus.
You don't
You know,
order.
like an
You don't
elevated
get to
macaroni and
order.
cheese.
It's good. It's like a small plate fine dining thing.
Yeah, it from what I read about it, it's like a.
Do they even tell you what you're eating?
I
No.
didn't see any kind of menu or anything when I
No,
was
you
looking
don't.
at
I know, but the waiter's got to come out and be like,
So
enjoy
I'm
your.
reading the website.
They
now.
don't.
Is this the blackout place? In,
Yeah.
It's like Black
Vegas?
and Green is their website,
It's called
right?
Dine Blackout.
Yeah.
Reading about it right now. Blackout dining in the dark is what it's called.
I think online, if I remember, they would give you an idea of what could be on the menu, but they
So-
didn't tell you what the menu was.
So I'm reading. There's a frequently asked questions section here. It says, "How can we see the menu?" It says, "We offer a mystery menu for our guests to enjoy.
Yeah.
This enhances the dark dining experience and create a lot of fun for our dinner conversation in the dark. The menu changes seasonally and is I think they spelled that wrong. Prefixed
No, yeah, that makes
with
sense.
multiple courses. Upon
So,
arrival,
yeah.
the host will take.
So no matter what you pay, you're always going to get the same number of courses, but you don't know what you're going to get, which I
Yeah.
think is cool because that
So-
eliminates the like, well, you know what? I have an allergy to arugula. Well, fuck you. Eat the arugula.
Okay, but I'm gonna
Just
bring
kidding.
up. I'm gonna bring
I'm
up.
sure they.
I don't want my airways to close off. but-
Allergies are a different thing, but if you're like, I
Sure.
don't really like arugula,
Yeah, I don't
they're
like
gonna
raw.
be like,
I don't like raw onion.
But have you ever? So even just like waking up this morning and when it's still dark, I was trying to find my water bottle and I couldn't find it fucking anywhere, and I had
Did you
to.
drink the vodka?
You drink
It's
the bed vodka?
man. No, but I was looking all over, and finally, after knocking over fucking,
So it's a
waking-
7-course.
7-course. Okay.
How do you find? I can
$90.
appreciate the artistic thing about doing enjoying a meal in
It's
the
like,
dark.
how do you find your drink?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where do you find your drink or your napkin? Dude, sometimes you ever put your
That's
you ever
the
no.
fun of it, man. That's part of paying for the $90.
You ever-
Part of the sensory deprivation.
You ever
Yeah.
put your napkin on your lap and then it falls off your lap and you're like, oh, where the fuck is my napkin? And then
No.
Yeah, but then I just
Yeah, I
reach
just
down
reach
blindly
down and find
I don't
out.
look under the table, and then I find
yeah,
it.
but sometimes that's not as easy
So-
as you think it is to find.
I'd be worried
Depends on
about
how
this
drunk you
because
are.
I'd be spilling my fucking drink everywhere.
That
Yeah,
was my
that's
thought.
what-
Is like on the website they show like a
bib?
glass stem glass,
Yeah.
like
Like a champagne flute.
like a champagne flute or a little bigger, like a wine glass or something. Like I might knock that shit over.
You know what
going for it.
Here's what I think. I don't know this. I've never been there, but I think that they've got somebody in the room with night vision, and then they're like, "Oh, if you're like reaching around or something, they grab your hand. They're like, here you go." Maybe they do. I don't know. I think it's less about the food and more about the experience.
It's about the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a 30-second video on their website.
I've got an
I would say play it
interesting-
online, or play it live, but I don't know if it'd be good.
It's kind of got a green
try
hue,
it.
like you're looking at it through night vision. Is what? Because I
Oh,
watched.
okay,
it,
yeah.
I've got an actually before you play.
Let's listen.
Okay, after you play this, I have an interesting parallel story.
Well, I was worried about what it would be like to dine in the dark, but you adjust pretty quickly, and then it's kind of nice just to rely on your other remaining forces.
So it's just like them. It's just a loud restaurant with
Yeah.
Euro music. Yeah.
Hold on, it's almost over.
Sounds like walking into a Hardee's.
Hardee's. I haven't been to a Hardee's.
So yeah, it's pitch ass black in there. Only the waiters have night vision goggles on.
This is why we need like a fucking monitor in here.
So
So
I've
we
got-
could at least see it, and the listeners are like, "Oh, it sounds like you guys
Yeah,
are
we're
just in
working on
fucking
that.
Europe."
I got to tell you guys, I have an interesting kind of parallel experience. As some of you guys know, and maybe our listeners and maybe don't know, but I have an uncle that just turned 99, and we've had to provide a caretaker for him to be there overnight. Just in case he slips and falls. He's 99. Can you imagine?
I don't want to be that old.
Being blind and deaf as shit comes with 99, how hard it is to walk. And so the company that takes care of him, that provides a caretaker, it just so happens my girlfriend works for that company, and they offer this class that's usually they're supposed to offer it to the general public, which I am considered general public, but they usually use it as a training program for like registered nurses, CNAs, etc. Caretakers. And it's called a dementia virtual dementia tour, and it was crazy. I did it on.
So what are the steps that do you put on headphones and like goggles
Correct.
and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you put on these goggles that's supposed to
Is it like
simulate.
VR goggles, or is it more of just like lenses?
It's lenses. It's
Okay.
supposed to simulate macular degeneration.
Okay.
But also you have these headphones on. It basically sounds like you're what are those called? The ATC, air traffic controllers.
Yeah.
Roger.
So does he suffer from the immaculate degeneration?
Yeah. He's got
My grandmother
that,
did as
but
well, so I'm
he's
a little familiar.
We think, I don't want to make assumptions. He hasn't had a formal diagnosis, and it's really none of anyone's business. But we feel like, he's 99. He's probably experiencing some levels of dementia.
Yeah.
Sure.
I experience levels of dementia every Sunday at this podcast, But anyway, that being said, they give you these glasses and these headphones, and it's supposed to like really kind of disorient you. But the other crazy thing that I thought was interesting is those like those plastic sheets that you put underneath your office chair, like in an office building. They have
on the
spike-
floor.
Sure.
like
Yeah.
the
yeah.
plastic spikes
So
on the
it
bottom.
makes your chair roll easier.
Yeah. But they have those like sharp tack
Yeah.
type plastic
Keep 'em
spikes.
in place or whatever.
Yeah. Well, they give you those to put in your shoes, but the spikes go up, so they're in your feet.
So you feel like it's kind of like.
So I went to do this virtual dementia tour a couple days ago, and I've got spikes in my feet. I've got Major Tom going in my head, and these goggles that all I can see is basically dark nothing. And so to bring it full circle with the whole like dark experience, it's makes you
Disorienting.
very disoriented for sure. And I would find a hard time having a good time at a place to eat like that.
Here's the thing, though.
That's part of the
can't
alert.
finding your fork. Or
Yeah,
your
but you're
knife
also not
or-
going to have spikes in your shoes and headphones on
Right.
and shit like that.
But
But
it
I
was-
feel like it would be like, imagine how a blind person goes with you to that meal.
Yeah.
They would be like, y'all motherfuckers
Like,
understand
hey,
now.
this is
Yeah.
how it is.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't see what you're eating, and you just have to feel it and like really get the experience of that.
Have you ever done a sensory deprivation tank or a
No.
float tank?
So Patty,
Did you just say no?
I haven't. No.
Go do that shit after we're done here.
I haven't done it either.
Go do that
I've-
right
I've been
now.
trying to say that we need to get somebody on the show who does that.
It's
And
fucking
then
fantastic.
we'll do that and have them on the show, and then we can talk about it.
So
I've
I
heard
know.
like
right here.
I've got to ask you a question, and you don't
Okay.
have to disclose any of your personal,
Sure.
whatever. But I've always been really interested in trying those sensory deprivation
Okay.
type experiences.
Well, I love it.
The tank,
Yeah.
but that's like I'm not eating. I'm just laying down
Sure.
and not doing shit,
Yeah, yeah.
and just like meditating and
See,
whatever.
and I'm the opposite of you because I feel like if I went on that experience, it would force me to use my other senses more.
That's-
Because usually when I look at a dish, I can decide whether or not I think it's appetizing. And if I don't see it and I just eat it and then realize what I ate later was appetizing,
Yeah.
it might change my perspective on food.
But that's exactly it. So if you do a sensory deprivation tank or a float tank, you're just laying there, you're doing nothing, and that's the point, right? You
Right.
just lay there and you don't do nothing. The water's warm. You kind of just like mend with the water, and your other senses go wild. So
Does it make
I've,
you like go on a trip a little bit?
I've done it quite a few times, and there for a while I was doing it about twice a week. When I was doing it very regularly, my mind would go almost like a psychedelic trip. Like I'm almost dreaming, but I'm awake. Like I'm aware that I'm in the tank. I can feel the water.
Is it like a lucid dream?
Yeah, like
Okay.
I'm in the water. I can feel the water. I know that the tank is like right above my face, but I'm like mentally somewhere else. Like you just
Yeah.
drift, and the thoughts are like flowing through your head, and like
I'm down to do it.
it's amazing. It's very therapeutic. It's good for your muscles because you're floating in Epsom salt, so it's good
Yeah.
for your body. It's
So
good
you're
for
like
your muscles.
equally
So,
buoyant. The,
Yeah,
the water temperature is at the same temperature as your body.
Exactly.
So you literally have
So
no input.
your other sensors go wild when you can't see what you're doing or hear anything around you. And I feel like it would be the same thing in this place where you eat, where your other senses start to pick up different stuff, where you can't see where you're eating, you can't like feel around you. You're just like in the moment of what the one sense is taking in.
Imagine like just
So-
closing your eyes and getting into a zen zone, and then somebody feeds you like a piece of bacon.
yeah.
That is a zen zone in itself.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
yes.
and that's what I was kind of trying to ask too, because I've heard of the sensory deprivation, and you don't want like music or any distractions.
no.
A piece of bacon, that would be very distracting. Just the smell.
sure.
Like, that sounds good. But I bet that's like the best smelling piece of bacon. But
Yeah.
the question I want to ask you, Patty, was what do you think, and like, what are your opinions on if someone like me were to take a little gummy, get a little high,
100%.
maybe take a couple little mushies.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely
I
do
think
it.
I think that like I've never done it before, but I think what I would do is I'd go the first time and just be totally sober, just lay
Sure.
in the tank, know what the baseline feeling is, and
Yeah.
then be like, okay, I might eat this gummy and then go see how it changes.
mean,
I agree with
You
that.
don't want to get all drunk, and pee in the tank, and have to use the
Don't be in
bathroom.
the tank.
No,
Not the same as
No,
that.
there's something
I'm
about,
sure
like,
that
laying
nobody
down and
fucking
walk-
hate you.
Trust me, I guarantee all four of us in here have peed in the shower. Don't fucking talk to me about that shit.
It's
bro.
different
No,
than
I'm
peeing in the-
100% of
Yeah.
I'm for peeing in the shower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're already in there anyway.
Yeah.
But
it's a clean exit.
all that being
Yeah.
said,
I don't shit in the shower.
you
Though. I
do-
don't waffle stomp.
Yeah, no waffle stomping allowed. But the sensory deprivation tank's always been something that's
do it.
really
Promise you.
come on my radar.
I was gonna ask
But I
you.
kind of feel like I wanna maybe just get
Not the
Yes.
first time,
slightly
though.
elevated.
Not the first time.
Hey, if I can make a recommendation, don't do the little mushies first time. Smoke a little weed, sure.
Okay.
Go in there, you're gonna love it.
Okay.
Can I ask you on average how much it costs for a session?
It's like $45 or something.
Okay.
It's-
For how long?
An
Half an
hour.
hour?
It's an hour.
An hour?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an hour. They give you 15 minutes in the beginning to like, they want you to shower. So they have like a little shower in the room.
Yeah.
So you like rinse off.
Yeah.
Then you get in, they play music for like 5 minutes to like, it's like
decompressing.
Yeah, it's like decompressing. It's like
Calm
Get
it
your
down.
headspace.
it's almost
right?
like monk music, whatever. Like it's just like very like Zen.
1999 Enya.
Sure, yeah. It like gets you really like relaxed, and then the music turns off. You have earplugs in, so the water doesn't get in your ears.
Yeah.
I like to put like Vaseline or like Andy ointment around my eyes, so the
Yeah.
water doesn't seep up in. It keeps
Yeah.
the water at bay, because if you get that salt water in your eye,
Yeah.
the rest of your experience is miserable.
And also,
Like,
you
so-
probably don't want the feeling of like the water messing with you.
Yeah,
There.
if you have an itch on your face, like don't do it.
Yeah,
Like
just-
try and ignore it,
yeah.
because if you get that salt water in your eye, it's miserable.
Let's do it, man. We should all do it. Kurt, you down?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah,
There's a
Kurt
place
says he's
down
down.
on State Street that it's a phenomenal facility. They have like a relaxing room in the beginning. You go and then you can have like tea afterwards. So it's a super zen like situation.
Okay. I'm in.
They have 2 different kinds of rooms where you can be in like in the pod, which I like, which is like very closed off, or you can do like this room that's almost like a hot tub, but like it's got a door that you go into.
I feel like
Patty,
you
do
got to be
feel-
in the pod.
Do you feel like
I love the pod.
Yeah, you got to be in a pod.
Yeah. Because
Do you feel like has like a fit? Not obviously. There's like a physical benefit to help you relax and your muscles to. But what about mentally? Like, do you have any kind of stimulation? Like, oh, I'm like
when I'm
trying to go through this. You know, like, oh, I'm having a shit time at my job, or
100%.
my neighbor's dog won't stop barking. Or
So there's 2 levels to it. If you're okay with you and your thoughts, do it, because it's going to be fantastic. If you're too emotional in your own head, don't do it, because you're going to have a bad time for an hour, and it's
just
bad.
sit in a salty,
But
miserable mess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with just going in and like letting go and like feeling.
So letting
whatever
go
comes
is the
through.
key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
You just have to be like, I'm here. I'm living in it, and let's just deal with it for now.
Yeah, so there's 2 aspects of it, because you are in the Epsom salt. Like I leave that experience way more relaxed than like a full body massage.
No shit.
Like you can hear your joints decompress because of the salt in the water. It causes the sound to travel through the water more, so you hear the vibrations more. So as your joints start to decompress, you can hear that in the water. Like it echoes in the water. You can hear like almost kind of a squishing noise as your joints start to decompress and your spine expands.
I got to
And,
do
like,
this shit.
It's
have to.
fantastic.
I'm sold, man.
I 100% support it.
You down?
But mentally,
Yeah, I'm definitely down.
mentally you come out so relaxed, because you haven't had outside stimulation for a full 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And you just come out like in this zen state, and you go into their little room. You can have like, you sit on a couch, it's soft. Everybody there speaks with like a very soft voice. You can
So do you
have
think
tea if you want.
By
You could,
being in the
I have
tank-
long hair, so you can brush your hair. Like it's all this experience that when you come out on the other side, you're like, holy shit, I feel fucking fantastic.
So part of being sensory deprived for that hour long, the other half of the experience is now engaging your body in sensory input again. So you've been in there for an
Yeah.
hour, not absorbing any sensory input. You've just been in your head. And then when you get out, you sit on the soft couch and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, you have like
It's
this
soft,
Zen
like
music.
brush
They
your-
just like, hey, do you want to hang out? Do you want to have some tea or some water? Like they just talk
Yeah.
really soft and slow, and you're like kind of like rejoin like
Yeah,
the real
welcome-
world.
Coming back
welcome
to reality.
Yeah. It's fucking
That
fantastic.
sounds great.
I love
I'd
it.
be down to do it.
For a while, I was doing it, like I said, twice a week, because I was doing jiu-jitsu. My body was always tight. My muscles were always tight, and it like helped just relieve that tension.
Yeah.
And it was by far the best thing I've done physically for my body.
Damn, I got to give a shout out to the OG Century Tank, Great Salt Lake. Thank you for being so buoyant.
I know, but
it's-
except that one's colder than Christ.
Yeah.
I think it's like, I think the name
I think that's what when the Great Salt Lake was in its prime back in the day.
it's probably the
They
same
would float
thing.
in it,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
you could go
Very
out there.
buoyant,
And,
yeah.
You're just buoyant.
The place I go to is Float Spa 19. It's on State Street in like 1300 South-ish.
All right. I'm
And-
down. You
Right
talk
next
me
to the
into
probation office. Just kidding.
That's
Not
awesome.
really.
What is that? You know that gas station on the corner that's kind of like Transient Central?
Yeah, that's where you go buy like crack or meth.
Sure. I
Don't
think
do
so.
that and then go into the.
It's a little bit south of that place. So like, don't go that far.
Yeah.
Because
If you've gone that far, you're way
experience.
past. You're going into
Yeah.
the sensory zone. You want to go to the deprivation zone.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with it. I know you listen to Joe Rogan a lot. He's a big proponent for it and smoking weed. I think you should do that and then go in it and just fucking relax, man.
Kurt, would you do that with us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it.
So
Patty,
would you guys also?
do you go in naked?
100%.
Yeah.
You don't
have
want-
to.
You don't have to
Because-
wear. You don't. They don't make you wear like a cloth.
No, you go into your own room and then you can like derobe and
Wash your
shower.
asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the prerequisite shower is for, right?
Yeah, you shower because I think they change the water like weekly, so like they don't want like poop flakes floating around
Sure.
or something.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm sure they have chemicals to avoid
dude,
that.
you know Brendan Schaub.
Yeah.
He talked about fucking jacking off in one of those fucking sensory deprivation tanks.
I have had one time where I didn't jack off, but I wherever I went mentally, like
You were
aroused me. Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? Because like it was just very strange where your mind goes. And on the outside of it, I was like, holy shit, that was like a very erotic experience that I've had in this place. I didn't even like touch myself, but I was just like really aroused on where my head goes. And it was fucking fantastic. So like I get where Brendan Schaub might have jacked off in that.
So now you
thing a
guys
little
just
bit.
talked me out of it because I don't want to sit in the jizz.
Everything's
No,
all
no.
clean. It's just funny.
I know. I'm just making a joke.
He made a joke about it, but I think he really did it, and he didn't realize that there's he has such a large audience, and some of them
Sure.
Rogan heads, bro Rogans or whatever you want to, and they're like, oh, that's nasty, bro.
Yeah, sure.
You're a fucking nasty person.
Well,
It's like,
How do you guys feel about cryotherapy, though?
yeah, I've wanted to try
I wanna
that
try
too.
that too.
my
yeah.
jiu-jitsu coach, who was like 45 at the time, he's been doing jiu-jitsu his whole life. He was very broken down and like every joint in his body hurt. And he was a huge proponent for that. He's like, do cryotherapy. It's fucking fantastic for your body. I come out like painless for a week at a time after the cryotherapy.
Okay.
And this guy was, he's been bending joints for a hobby for 20 years.
Yeah.
And he loved it. I've never done it.
Can we do the combo? Can we do the deprivation tank and then go to cryo?
I think you should do it the other way around.
Go to
I think
cryo
you should do
first?
cryo and then like
Yeah, that's
warm
true.
and,
Yeah,
like,
because
relax
okay,
after.
okay.
But
Well, thank you so much, man.
He loved it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Now you talked me into it. I'm gonna go.
I'm 100% for the deprivation tank. Floating is fantastic. I love
Will you
it.
go with me?
100%.
All right, cool.
Yeah, they have like I said, they have like 4 or 5 different types of rooms, and yeah, we could all just make an appointment and go.
I'm down.
They're
Do they have like
fantastic.
As long as CD will be Little Spoon, I'm down.
you can have your own tanks.
Oh, okay. So
I think you can do a couples thing in like the
I
hot
was
tub
just gonna
style
ask you if
room.
they have a couples thing. Like, can you? But do they have?
Yes.
I mean,
however, I don't think you would get the same
yeah, I don't think so either.
experience because you have other stimuli there.
yeah,
Yeah, so
because
if
you're
you're able to,
horny and
like-
you want to fucking.
Okay, go
Sure.
right there.
Sure, maybe if it's that, I don't know.
I
but
was
it's
just gonna go to
like,
the place of like you feel something,
like
and
yeah,
that's
if
a
like,
sensory thing.
if like her hand touches you, it's gonna break that like that drift that your mind gets.
Ah, yeah.
Because that even happens to me when like
pull you back in.
because even if you're completely still, it's a very weird sensation where you start to like move in the tank. I don't know what it's from, but like you can be completely still and like your toes will start to drift and touch the end of the tank. And that like kind of breaks that state you get in mentally.
Right.
And then if you like
Because that's a sense. If you touch something, if you touch
Yeah.
the edge of
Yeah.
the tank,
Yeah.
then
or
yeah.
like because your arms
You're
start to
feeling-
float out to the side of you, if they start to drift and you touch the tank, you're like, oh, I'm
Okay.
I'm in
Oh,
a thing
yep.
right
Yeah.
now, and you like come
I'm
back
in
to
I'm in a cocoon. This is
Yeah.
Cocoon 3.
you kind of come back to where you're
I'm
at.
in a glass case of emotion.
yeah. With Jessica Tandy and Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, I was
trying to tell me to
Anchorman.
beat us.
So they do have, I believe they do have an option where you can do it with somebody else, but I fully suggest doing it alone.
I would like to go with you, but I'll have my own tank.
Yes, I
Okay.
would agree with that.
Okay, cool.
Oh God, were you thinking honestly you're gonna snuggle in with Patty?
No, I was
over
gonna
here?
let you be Little Spoon, but you didn't seem interested, so I just want to make Patty know that
Little spoon, big spoon, middle. Is that where you're?
I'm cool with that.
triple
yeah.
spoon.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's like an Oreo with just all of the filling.
No, fucking.
That's a golden Oreo, I think.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah,
Dude, nobody likes the vanilla Oreos. Nobody likes that shit.
I like the golden
What?
Oreos better than normal Oreos. I Admittedly, we'll pour both of them into a bowl with milk and then eat them with the big spoon, like your Tupperware spoon.
I respect that.
But I do like the Golden Oreos better.
Okay, well, we agree
I know,
to disagree.
everybody's allowed to their own wrong opinion. I get it, and
I'm not about to get
You're
an
okay.
argument
You can
over-
have a wrong opinion.
Okay. I'm not about to get an argument over Oreos with you. We'll sort this out in the milk deprivation tank.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you guys. Milk. I can go. I don't want to talk about.
I know you guys are
bathing
going to
in
want to
milk.
end this, but I went to Deadpan Sandwiches the other day. Have you guys heard of that place?
I haven't. Is it good?
What's Deadpan?
It's a food hall downtown. Have you guys been to Slackwater downtown?
Haven't been to Slackwater downtown.
I've been to
heard a
one
lot
in
of good
Southtown.
things.
Slackwater is the pizza restaurant.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's a food hall next door where they have like a ramen place, a pizza place.
Is that the gate? Like in the gateway?
No, it's not in the gateway.
Because maybe that's called Hall Pass.
It's Hall Pass. It's
Hall Pass.
very
I've heard
similar.
about Hall Pass,
It's very
yeah.
similar. We went to Deadpan Sandwich and I got what they call the hot Philly, where they had a whey braised pork sandwich.
Oh shit.
And I was like, what the fuck is whey braised? Well, they cook the pork in milk.
Yeah, basically the byproduct of creating cheese from milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
That sounds great.
I'd never, if you would have been like, hey, you want some pork cooked in milk?
Yeah.
I'd been like, fuck you. No, I'll smoke it on my smoker.
Shit,
But
yeah.
it was amazing.
Oh fuck, I gotta go there.
Yeah, it was really good. And then I had a BLOT, which was a bacon, lettuce, onion jam, and tomato sandwich, and it was a pickled green tomato.
Oh shit. Okay.
Damn.
Do that one before you do anything else.
Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, that place is Deadpan Sandwich.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the whole food hall was called, but you'll figure it out if you Google it.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I'll check it out. We've gone over. Hope you guys enjoyed the long episode. Kurt and over here, he's working on overtime. Patty, thanks
Thank
for
you,
coming
Kurt.
on the show, bro. And
thank you guys
thanks
for having me.
these,
Thanks, man.
I never even knew that
Yeah.
they made loaded Mountain Dews.
Well, I'm glad to share them with you guys. I know they're kind of sweet in a non-sugar
bad.
kind of way, but glad
I
you
wonder if it
enjoyed
still
them.
has caffeine in it though. Oh yeah, they don't really put
I
the
have no
nutrition facts on the back of an alcohol.
I know it's 5% alcohol. That's all I know.
Yeah.
All that being said, check out Salt Flats, our dearest and loveliest sponsor. They
Again,
have,
the Deuce Coupe was
you
by
like-
far my favorite salt flat so far.
yeah, that's good, really, really good one, award winning. And hope you guys check them out. And hope you've enjoyed this extended, longer than normal podcast.
Yeah, thanks
This
for
has
going
been
over time with me, guys.
the weekly insult with Patrick Evey.
Thank you, man.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, guys.
I didn't say a joke this time.
I know. I can tell you
No joke.
No, I had a really
Oh, sure. You had to really say it then. What's your really good joke?
No, I had a planned one, but no.
What is it? Say it. Say it now. They can still hear you. Say it.
Yeah, you guys drive a diaper barge.
God damn. I'd rather slide down a cheese grater naked than hear that again.
I don't know.
Cheese grater naked. That doesn't. I think I'd hear a bad joke before that.
I don't know. That joke was pretty bad.
No,
Yeah, but have you thought about the repercussions of a cheese grater naked?
Yeah, my God.